The brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch the whip. Undercross. Check 50, check 50. Go. Check 3.
Hey, watch it. Check the backer. Go. On the ball. Run it.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, switch it.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go. Go to base. Get the mic. Watch the curl.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in near an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. quick throw here. That's complete. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. John Ross there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at the 3. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Down. 70 in. Touchdown, defense.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Check 24. Check 24. Let's go.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Check 3. Check 3.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Check. Check. Check.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
H3, 218. Chopper. Smoke. 55. Mike 55.
It's been a long day for you.
Yes.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, let's get that ball, please.
Here's 2nd and 8. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Terry McLaurin, 54 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is Breida. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. These two teams all tied after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
On the double. Mike 51. You're not ready. You're not ready. 6-6.
On 2nd and 15 now. Bridgewater. Open man is Ross, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Third and long for Bridgewater. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out of the shotgun, Breida.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He's checking.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Check 49. Wide. Get wide. Bang.
Here's Breida. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
SOS. Blue dot working. Switch. Check 99.
Six guard. Check six guard.
Here's Gurley. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he goes out right around the 39. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
The 39-yard line.
Check safety, check safety.
General, West. Alpha.
They'll look to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Exit.
Team, we got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Ready,
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Ready, go.
Here's McCaffrey. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
High 7, let's go.
Mike,
Go, go.
check 55, Mike. Let's get the ball.
55, Mike, guys, 55. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Matt Breida, 89 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McCaffrey. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They're not ready for this. They still play.
Scene 6.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
They gonna need some therapy.
On the ball. Set.
Second and 6. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Down. Can Lobo. 55.
Hey, eat. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Back to throw now on second and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Guys, man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a second and 13. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 51. Hey, watch the ball.
Final play and a half, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
I smell fear in that offense.
Shift.
Haywood.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Bridgewater now from the 50. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Bridgewater. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That puts a good dent into their 1st down setback. It's a pickup of 16.
Watch twist.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch out. Check 31.
Now it's Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
Okay, you ready? 51.
I got it. Tight end right. Hey. You got 3. 3 down. Slam.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Watch that. Check 52.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Matt Breida saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. Maybe I go out there and try and stop them, but boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Here we go. 50, plant, 55.
Go. Go.
Go. Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Ready.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Again, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Christian McCaffrey. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down and goal.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Mike, 58, right there. I'm going to come back to you.
I'm going back to you.
Third and short yardage. Bridgewater going, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. John Ross, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They run. It's Gurley. Takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big run there by Gurley. 57 yards on the ground. On first and goal, Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll drop the throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
951. Here we go. Right here, guys. Fight. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
From the 35 on second down. Bridgewater nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lightning speed there from the safety Devin McCourty on the sack.
Mike 51. Bandit. Check. Mike.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Throw left side, complete to Ross. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Bridgewater nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Bridgewater. Open man completes it to Butler. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Watch the slant. Motion. Time go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This is Butler making the catch. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Bridgewater here to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another carry now for Gurley. Nice footwork at the 25. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big run there by Gurley. 44 yards on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Yes! Blue there. Blue there. Box track.
Now back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Kelce there to make the grab. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Gain of 13 yards. And the Texans first down.
This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.